Hi everybody, this is Dr. Richard Schulman. There's a lot of fear and uncertainty in the air regarding COVID-19. This is an event like nothing we've ever seen before in our country. So, with that in mind, I thought it might be helpful to create an emotional survival kit for people to help you to get through this unprecedented event. So, here we go. The first thing I would say is limit your exposure to media. The media is very hysterical right now, and they've always kind of had the motto, if it bleeds, it leads. Seeing body counts and infection numbers are not going to help you get through the day. Anything important that you have to do is going to beep on your phone. If you really are sick, I want family members to look up all the possible treatments and get you the help you need. If you're not sick, hearing about this incessantly is not going to help. It's like driving a nail in between your eyes. So limit your exposure to media, television, internet, radio, Facebook. Do not get into a flame war on Twitter. Bad idea. The next piece has to do with the lack of structure that we're feeling now. Create rituals in your home. We have tea every night before we go to bed. Gives us a chance to connect. And, tea is always good. I encourage people to eat meals together. We've lost that family eating meals together thing in this culture. Everybody's getting restaurant food or quick takeout. Cook your meals together, eat together. It's connection with those that you're with, and in a way we've become foxhole buddies here. Those people in the foxhole, they connect. It's funny because my girlfriend's daughter said that this time is going to be her version of, I walked 3 miles in the snow to get to school. I was under quarantine for COVID-19. Well, the quarantine here is a pain in the butt. But we have food and we have movies and we have all kinds of things. We have a lot of things to distract us, at least for now. The next thing, read. Reading affects a different part of the brain than a television or computer screens. Find something you wanted to learn and learn it. I don't think you need to write a symphony necessarily, but read something you might enjoy. Learn something every day. Once again, it'll help you gain control over this uncontrollable situation, because the control is in our heads, Projects. As part of that, doing things differently, create some projects around the home, things that you've wanted to do for a long time but you haven't done. I saw something the other day where this is my garden usually, and it was just a mess. And this is my garden after quarantine 2 weeks, and it was perfect, and everything was groomed perfectly, and it was beautiful. It's not a bad idea. Have a goal and move towards that goal. Exercise. In Florida, we're fortunate in that we can still exercise outside as long as we keep that 6-foot distance. Yesterday, I went for a walk on a nature trail, and there were no other human beings. It was beautiful. It nourished the soul. If you are not allowed to go outside at all, you can still exercise. If you don't have weights, you can lift water bottles, I'm sure you have some of those, or lift some cans of beans. Okay, stretch. Now, many of you know that I'm a yoga enthusiast, and if you know how to do yoga, it's a really good thing to do right now. If you've never done it, be careful. People don't realize that you can get hurt doing yoga. And I had a wonderful teacher, rest in peace, Yogi John. He passed a couple years ago. And he taught us how to do yoga without getting hurt. Okay. People think of yoga as this sedentary thing, not real exercise. Trust me, it's real, and you can get hurt if you don't know what you're doing. So if you want to learn from a YouTube video, get the easiest, simplest, beginner module and play it safe on this. You can get hurt. If you know yoga, it's a wonderful thing to do. And if you do have a teacher who you are connected to who's online, definitely go there. Okay. Music. I'm a music guy. Music's in my head all the time. I play music all the time. Some of you may have seen some of the videos. I have a band. I write music. I love music. I listen to music. If you have an instrument, play it. Play it with your people in your home. Sing together, perhaps. If you don't play an instrument, listen. Music is the healer of the soul. It's a great healing balm. Have music in your home, especially to brighten the mood. Negativity is like a bad odor. It kind of sits there and everybody has to smell it. So let's have some music that opens things up. Movement. I spoke about yoga already, but if you dance is a great thing. Dance every day. Dance in washing your dishes. Create a dance in cleaning the house. Dance. It's powerful. It's brilliant. It's healing. Communication. There's a psychological old saw about communication. You can't not communicate. But I would say reach out. Start with the people in your home. Make sure everybody's doing okay. Respect their need for alone time, but also reach out. Now, there are platforms on the internet which do an amazing job. The other night I talked to my two oldest friends, one in San Francisco, one in New York, two guys I grew up with. The three of us were on the platform together, and it was like old times hanging out. Try to talk about something besides COVID-19, though. We spent quite an amount of our call talking about it. Maybe next call will be less because we had to get rid of our anxiety about it, making sure everybody was safe and healthy, which they are. I spoke with both my boys the other night. One's in Boston, one is in Sarasota, but we were all on the platform at the same time. There's a lot of really cool online video connectors, Zoom, FaceTime, Skype, Google Duo. Take your pick and reach out. You don't know who you're going to touch. You don't know who's struggling. You don't know who you're going to comfort. So make sure you reach out, and reach out on a regular basis. Altruism. The reason we do altruism is because it makes us feel good. It also opens up energy for us to receive. If there's somebody who is sick or unable to go and get groceries, or elderly, get them some groceries, will you? Find out what they need. It'll make you feel good. And once again, you'll be in a little bit of control of this absolutely out of control situation. Big one. Do not catastrophize. There are upper respiratory infections that are just that. We've all gotten a cold. And the cold was coronavirus. Not COVID-19, perhaps, but coronavirus was just a cold. We all got it. Nobody thought twice about it. The idea of social distancing and washing our hands and, being mindful of who we connect with is to flatten the curve so our healthcare system isn't overwhelmed. Experts, and it depends who you believe, think 70% of us are going to get COVID-19, and the vast majority will either not know they had it or will have a mild sniffle. So do not catastrophize. The odds are you're not going to prevent yourself from getting it at all. But we want to flatten the curve so that our healthcare system does not blow up, so that there'll be enough for everyone who needs it. Make a gratitude list. You know, this is a time where people feel really frustrated. They're stuck in their homes, they may not have jobs, they're worried about money, and maybe they're worried about getting ill. Stay in the present. Make a gratitude list for here and now. It's funny, when I had a very depressed patient, I would always ask them what they were grateful for. And if they were really depressed, they would say, nothing. So I would say, and I swear I said this, how about toilet paper? I bet we're real grateful for toilet paper now. We're grateful for a lot of things. Most of us have food to eat. Most of us are healthy. Most of our loved ones are healthy. If they're not healthy, there are a lot of amazing people on the front lines battling to help them. Let's have some gratitude here. Gratitude goes a long way. Which leads me to addictions. If you are in recovery, please reach out to your home group on one of the video online platforms. Create your own meeting if you need to. Read the big book daily. Connect with your sponsor on a regular basis. You know, isolation is a recipe for relapse, and also fear and anxiety. I mean, it's not like addicts need a reason to use, but there are things that you can do that will make that relapse far less likely. Reach out. If you have a therapist, reach out. I'm seeing a lot of people online. Your immune system. Now, there is, depending on what you believe and what you read, there are ways to support the immune system. I'd say do your homework. There's a website, doctoryourself.com, that's DOCTOR, that I think is terrific. I personally have been taking high-dose vitamin C for quite some time. There are other minerals and vitamins I take just for me. Do your own homework. But I feel very strong right now, very healthy. Once again, look these things up for yourself. Talk to nutritionists if you can. If there's a doctor that you trust, find out about supporting your immune system. Now, the literature on psychoneuroimmunology is pretty clear. Happiness creates better immunity. Laughter improves your immune system. Don't be afraid to go on YouTube and watch some comics, watch some funny movies. You might want to go back to the Marx Brothers or Laurel and Hardy. Those are my go-to guys. And Rodney Dangerfield. I still laugh at those jokes that I've heard 1,000 times. In fact, I've been doing this one for a long time. If you're down, find a way to laugh. Laughter, happiness will improve your immune system. Finally, one problem at a time. Don't go into a future that hasn't happened. Yeah, a lot of people have lost their jobs. A lot of people are scared. A lot of people hear the catastrophic news, you know, how many people are going to die. Don't stay there. One problem at a time. Let's hope we don't get kicked out of our homes. Let's hope there's food being delivered and the possibility of treatment for this thing, which there are a number of hopeful treatments. Okay, reach out, connect, don't catastrophize, and keep that media to a minimum. If you have questions, you could reach me at my email, dr.richardschulman@yahoo.com, or you can go on Facebook. You'll find me on Facebook, Richard Schulman, and you can ask questions and I'll do my best to answer them. Okay, everybody be cool. Peace out.